Today on the TMZ Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie and today I'm joined by my colleague and friend, Nikki Hendry.
I've known you for a long time, Charlie.
We were just saying how we used to be like little interns / day workers together.
And like sit next to each other every day.
And now we're on the podcast.
And now we're on the podcast together.
Fantastic.
What a beautiful day it's going to be.
Well, we got a few good stories today. We're going to discuss Taylor Swift is definitely dating this one guy. We're going to talk about TJ and Amy, the GMA host. Well, they've found replacements for them now. And finally, we're going to get into Elon Musk and the new Twitter CEO. But to start with, Taylor Swift, she was seen on a New York rooftop with her new boo, Matty. I don't like the name Matty, but Matty Healy.
Well, I don't really think he cares if you like his name or not because he's with Taylor Swift.
I know.
On a rooftop, holding hands with her. Now, I know the Swifties. I'm not one of them. However, we have a few of them in the office. And
Too many.
Are exactly too many. They are very, very upset about this couple. So rumors started swirling. And you know Taylor Swift, she always drops those little nuggets of, little Easter eggs, little trails.
Yeah.
And so rumors started about them dating. It started earlier this month. There was no photos of them out together. And then last weekend, he went to all three of her shows in New York City or Nashville. I'm sorry. It was one of the two. I can't remember, but It was one after the other. He was there. He was dancing to her music. He was with her best friends like Gigi Hadid, Lily Aldridge, and her friend Abigail. Mm-hmm. And now they actually have a little bit of PDA where they're holding hands on a rooftop.
But why do Swifties hate that?
They just don't like this man.
What? Why?
I'm not a Swiftie. I cannot tell you. But some of these, I guess, explanations they're making up in their heads about why they don't like him is just coming from all angles. I mean, you know the Swifties. They go really hard for their girl.
They're insane.
They want to protect her at all costs.
Who do they want for her then?
I'm not really sure. We should probably get Melanie in here if we really wanted to know, but I think we're okay with just telling the story as it is.
Yeah. We've got a few big Swifties. Too big. It's like, chill.
Too many.
But she has been linked to some of the biggest names in the game. I just wrote down a few. Joe Jonas, Taylor Lautner, John Mayer, Jake Gyllenhaal, Harry Styles, Calvin Harris, Tom Hiddleston, the last guy.
All right.
Joe Alwyn, who no one even really... Is it because they wanted her to date Tom Brady next or someone huge?
Yeah, I think a lot of these Swifties have it in their head that when they know their girl Taylor, they expect her or want her to be with someone of that same level as her. And I just don't know if Matty Healy is it. I'm not familiar with the band. I think he's in 1975. Not familiar with them, but this outing for them is kind of huge. They were there. They were sitting next to each other in a lounge. Neither one of them ordered food while they were there. They were kissing and cuddling, though, is what we're told. So,
well, it looked very romantic up there.
It did. And
Rooftops
she's holding hands.
They're holding hands, that's it,
Yeah. It's kind of more than cuddling and kissing.
Way more. I've cuddled and kissed with people that I've never held hands with.
Exactly.
That's intimate.
That's intimate, yeah.
Was the handhold, was the fingers intertwined?
Yes, they were.
Oh, those intertwined fingers?
Intertwined. That's when you know it's real. She's getting married.
Serious. Yeah, wedding bells. Oh, my God. Well, yeah, because there's a lot of, women going for these, rock star types these days, with Courtney and Travis.
Megan Fox.
And MGK.
Yeah.
I mean, to be a rock star.
Hey, you know what? Maybe she's just trying something different out. She kind of always went for that same type of man. And maybe she's just like, you know what? I just want to live life on the edge right now.
But it's another musician. So you would have thought they had competing schedules. Would they get to see each other that much?
They are seeing each other a lot. I mean, from what we've seen. So I don't know. I guess we'll have to stand by and we'll have to just, the Twitter has gone off crazy about them, though.
It has.
And I just I don't get it. I don't understand it. I mean, if she's happy, then we got to be happy for our girl.
He just shouldn't go to too many more of her shows. 3 in a row.
I think 3 in a row was enough.
That is. I mean, then you're coming on a bit too strong. You might lose it. You know what I mean? You got to play it cool.
But do you think she likes that, though, because she just came off of a relationship and maybe she wants that attention right now and wants to feel wanted and loved and someone in the stands with her?
I guess, but if you come on too strong and you're too available, then it's not as interesting anymore.
Oh, see, I like that.
Oh, you do?
I mean, I'm married now, but I like the attention.
Okay.
Give it to me.
Okay, noted.
You're married too.
I know, but you don't overdo it. You got to play it cool and I'm interested, but I'm not too. I've got other options too. I guess with Taylor Swift, you just I'm all in.
You have to. You have one chance.
That's right. You have to. Okay, on to our next story. Man, this was a huge story last year with TJ Holmes and Amy Robach when it came out that these co-hosts of GMA, they were like having an affair together. You know, they were seeing each other. You know, they had partners at various times, and then they fell in love, and then it all came out that they were together. They got fired. Well, to begin with, they just got pushed off the air.
Exactly.
And
They got
eventually
suspended
and fired. Well, now they've been replaced by this pair. Their names are DeMarco Morgan and Eva Pilgrim. I don't know much about them. Do you know anything about them?
I don't know much about him. Our notes here say that, she's worked, Eva has worked for the ABC News since 2015, and Morgan is kind of newer to the news outlet. However, he joined in 2022 as their Los Angeles correspondent. They have both been filling in on the GMA3 set for, the last few months, amidst all of this, TJ and Amy stuff. But this is, it took them 5 months to find replacements for
Why
TJ
so
and
long?
Amy. GMA3 really holds themselves to a certain caliber and a standard of they want to make sure that who they're choosing is, inside of the viewer's home. A lot of their fan or audience is mothers, stay-at-home moms, or moms and women. So they want to make sure that the topics that they're covering, and they get really like I don't know how to explain it, but they wanted to make sure that they chose the right people. And especially after a scandal, you want to make sure that the hosts can live up to the duties and the standards that a lot of these viewers now are going to have on them.
Well, they picked another white woman, black guy.
And that's the thing that Twitter is really upset about. They are questioning whether these, replacements do live up to actually being the best fit for the role, or is it because they're the best fit for the color wheel that they have on there? And that's what that was quoted from someone on Twitter.
It feels like they just found an exact sort of replacement or just like, cookie cutter sort of thing. I mean, God knows how good these guys are at their job. I went through their Instagrams, both attractive young people.
They're beautiful.
The guy, I think he used to work in Santa Monica doing local news like around here. He's a good-looking guy.
He's a good-looking guy.
I see pictures of him out on the bike. He's a good replacement. Do you think they did any sort of screening between the pair, like
I do.
Don't fall in love?
Well,
Don't fall in love screening?
I don't know if they did that kind of a screening, but you do have to do like a vibe check. You got to make sure you guys have that chemistry. So I'm sure they did lots of chemistry tests with the people they had in line. They had other people that were filling in during the 5 months. However, I think that, I'm going to say that these two were probably the best chemistry, the best like warmth to bring to your home every day. So I'm excited to see what they have to, they have a big shoes to fill. And like obviously every time after a scandal, you have heightened viewership because they want to see.
Totally.
So, I mean, I wish them luck, and I really hope that they're going to kill it.
It's interesting that you want chemistry, but not too much.
No.
You want just the right amount of chemistry.
I mean, I feel like if they have another scandal, they may just have to cancel.
Right. The thing is, I felt a bit bad for TJ and Amy because, like, if you're good at your jobs and scandals, as you said, like, can make ratings higher. So, like,
I mean, let's use the example of Vanderpump Rules. I mean, I don't even watch that show, and now I'm like, I keep seeing like the reunion. I'm like, oh, yep, DVR.
Yeah, I'm like now. My wife Erin, she forces me to watch Vanderpump Rules, and now I'm like, okay, I pretend I don't. It's a bit like TMZ. I pretend that I don't want to watch it.
Oh,
and then
get out of here!
If anyone comes up and says they watch TMZ, it's always my wife watches it. No, not me. And I'm like, come on. But now I'm a Vanderpump Rules guy, and that like I don't know how I feel about that.
And I'm not gonna lie, I may watch GMA3. This may be the first time I've ever watched it, but I want to see how they do.
Yeah. I think I saw the TJ and Amy romance thing coming.
You did?
Yes. I saw them at LAX together one time.
Did you shoot
I
it?
filmed it.
Oh.
Yeah. And they were coming back from, I think they had just done, they'd just done the New York Marathon.
Oh, yeah.
And they were all like so like cutesy together and talking about, when Amy started talking about how she applies her like anti-chafe like ointment or whatever to her body. So they did it. It was quite an intimate experience. Them applying this, telling me this story about them in the tent together, applying their anti-chafing thing.
They told you this at LAX?
Well, I asked the question like, how do you get through a marathon without those when your skin rubs? Because I can't run 100 meters without my skin rubbing. And like, it hurts. And then
what?
I'm not an athlete, Nikki. I'm not an athlete.
We know.
Yeah. But I asked him like, how do you stop that? And she was, I got to apply the cream here and here.
And he was like, I helped her.
Yeah, he was like, it was a knowing look. There was a knowing look of maybe he did. I saw it coming.
But did you break the story?
No,
no, yeah, typical.
It was
typical
speculation.
Charlie.
It was speculation at that point. But I mean, I wonder what they're going to do now because they're officially gone. I don't know why they haven't been given like a reality show or something like that.
I will say, I think it's coming. I think they're sitting in the, the wings right now, and they're just letting everything play out, and then all of a sudden they're going to drop a bombshell on us.
I hope.
I think
they
they're
seem
gonna be
nice
fine.
people, and I feel like maybe it was a bit unfair to them. I mean, I don't know. I don't make the rules.
We don't make the rules.
We just like to watch this.
We just
drama
like to watch the
unfold.
drama.
Yeah.
Why do we?
Well, I tell you what. Maybe they could do. Maybe they could get a show on Twitter. Because
oh yeah,
like
Twitter.
Tucker Carlson has announced that he's getting a show on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Elon Musk is asking Don Lemon to come and do a show,
Yes.
his own like subscription show, and just like the viewers pay. Like
Yeah.
maybe you click on a button and subscribe. So maybe they could go to Twitter. That'd be quite interesting.
Well, Twitter is a hot topic today because it was just announced that Elon Musk is going to be stepping down as the Twitter CEO, and he's chosen a replacement, and it's a female. It's a woman.
Yeah, go off,
Go off.
Is that what you say?
Yeah, go off.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you,
go
thank you.
off. Yeah.
Her name is Linda Yaccarino. What a name!
Wow, you really got that.
Linda
I would have butchered her name.
She's from NBC, and from what I've read about her, she's seen as somewhat of a industry insider. Like she's all buddy with the advertisers, and since Elon took over, that's been a sticking point. Like a lot of advertisers have left, and there's not as
Yep.
much money in anymore.
Mhm.
So she seems to, maybe she's coming in to restore some sort of peace and harmony at Twitter and make the advertisers feel safe to come on the platform again.
I truly think Elon Musk needs a little bit of supervision and kind of like guidelines and rules and things like that, because when he took over, it just completely, the massive layoffs
Yeah.
and all of the things that Twitter has just removed or added to their platform, which has made other people going to other places, like that new Twitter, I think it's called like
Blue, yeah.
Blue
Where you get the
something.
check mark.
No, wherever the celebrities are getting invited to now, like the new Twitter.
Oh,
it's
there's
like
a new
there's like a new it's
yeah,
Blue
yeah.
Rain or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. Blue Sky.
Blue Sky. There
Blue
we
Sky.
go.
Blue Rain would be good
Blue
though.
Rain, yeah.
No, yeah, Blue Sky. Invite
Sky.
only. Yeah. That's from Jack Dorsey, the guy who created Twitter.
Yeah.
Then he created his new Twitter, Blue Sky, which is taking a lot of the people, which is kind of hilarious.
Which I think is why, not only Elon Musk, but maybe people around him that he still has in his camp are like, we got to do something
Yeah.
or else there will be no more Twitter.
Well, a while ago he held that poll. You know how he pretends that he puts up a poll and whoever wins, whatever vote wins the poll, that's what he's going to do.
Mhm.
He put up a poll a little while ago. Should I step down as Twitter CEO? And most people voted yes.
Yeah.
And so I guess this is him fulfilling, what the public wants, the public gets. So they've named Linda. It's interesting. Tesla stock went up when he announced because now he's got like more time to
Exactly.
focus on the stuff that he's actually
Exactly.
good at.
Exactly.
Like he's spread so thin with Twitter, Tesla,
Mhm.
SpaceX. What's that thing in the sky? Neuralink or no, something like that. Starlink. I don't know. He's got a lot of
so
things.
much.
He's got a lot of things.
Yeah, I think that this is going to be good for Twitter. And from what I've heard about her at NBC, she, like you said, she was kind of like a go-getter there. I mean, she increased their revenue with ad spends and all of the things at NBC. And I think that it's going to be really, really good for Twitter. And I think he knows that. I think he knows I hope she's like a force to be reckoned with. And I hope she really fights back with him. And I hope that she keeps him in check because it's what he needs.
She seems like that sort of person, just from what I've been reading about it. She seems like, and everyone's kind of agreeing like,
Yeah.
not bad.
Yeah.
Even Trump had appointed her, like when he was president, to some like sports committee, sports and fitness council.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, but she's also worked with Biden on different stuff. Like
Wow.
she is a force, politically as well as like with the advertisers. As I said, she worked at NBC, so she's got like
Yeah.
those links there.
And I did read that she oversaw at NBC about 2,000 employees, and that's going to be the same that she'll be doing at Twitter. if
only
not
2,000.
more.
Only 2,000.
Only 2,000
He
people.
cut the rest.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Well,
Yeah.
he did. He cut like 90, like I don't know, 90%, but like a lot of percent of them.
Well, I will say, I hope that when she comes in, she does, make these more jobs available at Twitter for people who may have lost
You
their
looking?
job.
You looking?
No, I just I want people that the climate we're in right now in the world is just so crazy with layoffs and the recession everyone says we're entering into
Yeah.
and everything. So I just want people to have a chance. And Twitter was a huge place and a huge goal for people, right? To want to work. That's it was like the goal, the golden standard.
Yeah, it was.
I want to get up to do social media, to do Twitter.
Yeah.
I want to work up to that. And so I hope that can become a thing. Because right now I feel like Twitter is like the least amount of like social media when it comes to the channels. It's like TikTok, Instagram, Twitter's
It's a bit of a joke. It's a bit of a.
It is.
I mean, maybe a little bit before Elon, but Elon definitely did the punchline of the joke. Have you or will you pay for that blue check mark?
I will not. I think it doesn't mean anything anymore nowadays that people are going to have to pay for it because any Joe Schmo can I could start up an Instagram account for my dog or something, and then
Right.
get a blue check mark. What is my dog verified as? You know what I mean?
Right,
A dog.
right.
So it's just I don't know. It's just for me, it really has lost its appeal. It's lost its, that we would work towards that as journalists, right?
Yeah.
We would want to work towards getting that blue check mark. It showed that we were verified. It showed that we were, someone high up in our field and that we were reliable and credible. And now I just feel like it doesn't mean anything.
What happens if with that blue check mark it allows you to access, other content like say as I said, the Tucker show, Tucker Carlson, or the Don Lemon show, or maybe the TJ and Home and Amy,
Yeah.
or I think what he plans to do, Elon, is create more content that people want to come to and watch Twitter for TV and for different mediums.
Yeah.
And you got to be a member of Twitter, whatever it is, to access that content. Maybe that's what he's trying to do. He thinks everything's going to be subscription based, right? And if you want to access content, it's going to be subscription based. So maybe then people will be more inclined. But now the check mark is a bit of a loser. You paid.
You know you
$5.
paid. I know you paid.
Which is the opposite of what a check mark should be. So
Exactly.
hopefully she can shake that up a bit.
Well, it's going to be exciting to see.
Yeah, and he should just focus on getting us to Mars. Just honestly focus, but focus on what you're good at and what you know. He bought Twitter.
We need to get you off this soapbox you're on right now.
Right. Well, thank you very much for joining me today, Nikki. It's a pleasure.
It was a pleasure.